some noise for...
I told him when I come back, we're going swimming. So, tell everybody thank you for them. Скажи, дякую.
Дякую.
Не, английский.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, что? Very much. Еще раз.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Future president of Ukraine right here. All right. Good Sunday afternoon, everyone. It is nice to see you here. It is December the 1st, 2024, and we are cooking here. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here early. Thank you for everything that you're doing. Jane is trying to connect to me right now. They're under air alarm in Kyiv, and I expect him, hopefully, to be in here in just a moment. I see him working behind the scenes, but I didn't want to be any later starting the stream. I can get in, lay down some ground, some ground things on what we're going to be doing. And yes, he should be with me in 2 minutes. So thank you for being here. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you in advance for supporting Ukraine. Tonight, if you are new this afternoon or this, well, it's morning and afternoon in California as well, wherever you're at, morning, afternoon, evening, or middle of the night, you're in for a treat. I promise you, because tonight you're going to be able to ask questions directly to Ukraine, directly to Zhenya, who runs our nonprofit. He's the president of our nonprofit called Naprom. Naprom translates in Ukrainian to direction, and we run aid to the front line. We support the military. We're pushing $1 million in aid already. And when I say we, that is all of you, everybody out there working together. We have now dropped all 4 medical evacuation, COSEVAC, those snatch vehicles and our drone systems. It's state of the art. You're going to be hearing more about that, seeing more about that. You would have been seeing the media on that right now, but Zhenya's son broke his leg severely. So that had to adjust things, and he had to get him to emergency surgery in Kyiv and all of those things. So that's where we're at on that. So you will be seeing it, but everything is dropped, and Zhenya will be talking about that in just a moment. Additionally, today we are doing a flag giveaway. Let me explain that right now while I've got the man coming in here. If you are new and you've never done this, we've grown a lot, and we are continuing to grow, and thank you all for that. But this is a battle flag, a Ukrainian flag that went right to the zero, right to the front lines. It's like 3 feet by 5 feet. And it's autographed by Fish. And also it was the partner with Fish who drew the picture of Taras Shevchenko there. These are hand done directly. And this is not a raffle. This is not a ticket that you buy. And we do that stuff sometimes. No, this is just a thank you to you. So what you need to do, the moderators will be handling it in the chat as well. There is a pinned link in the chat, and all you need to do is click the link there. Please then sign up with your email address. It will not be shared or nothing. I delete it as soon as I have confirmation. You put your screen name in, or the name you want to be called, and then we spin a wheel at the end of the stream. We'll be here for about 50 minutes. Try to keep it to an hour to respect everyone's time, and especially Zhenya's tonight, being over there in Ukraine late at night. And then once you do that, we'll spin the wheel. Whoever wins it, wins it. You must be present in the chat to win. That's the only other rule. Just say, I'm here, because we want to make sure that somebody does get it. So we've given away a lot of them, and a lot of folks in the chat right now are enjoying those. So thank you for that. Let me get to the opening. Wonderful generosity of you phenomenal people. Per Lusberg became a new member. Welcome to you, Per.
Слава Україні!
That's what happens when you become a new member. Thank you for that. And that's for all of our members. Johnny Negregard coming in. Hello, community Slava Ukraini with Norwegian Kroners 22. Off the island out there outside of Norway. Dunk on you, one of our great moderator team members, $20 super chat and gifting 10 memberships. Slava Ukraini, let's get it. We are going to get it. Petra Olsen with the Swedish non-smoking initiative. Petra is a wonderful person who gave up cigarette addiction to support Ukraine and supports it through so many places and YouTube channels. Thank you for that. Linda H. gifting 5 memberships. Thank you for that as well. Blonde Bombsheller, another one of our great moderators. Isn't it amazing how the team even supports so strongly, gifting 10 memberships? If you guys are here and or recipients of that, thank you. And I say thank you for those that are receiving them, and we just like to spread the love and pass it on. So, guys, without further ado, make sure you sign up for the flag, all of those things. As of right now, we have 49 of you, 50 already signed up to have a chance to win. 51. Y'all are okay. 52. If I keep watching it, I guess the number will just keep going up. So that's good. But we'll keep an eye on that. You guys get ready. And without further ado, I think I got him. What's up?
Hey. Hey. Hello, friends.
Welcome, everybody. And if you're new here, this is my partner. This is Zhenya. Welcome, bro.
Nice to be here again.
You're in Kyiv, right, tonight?
Yeah, I'm in Kyiv. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this first for everybody. Right now, this is what we're looking at. Actually, let me do it this way. Let's do it this way. Zhenya's in here. So this is what we're looking at. Zhenya, you're under air alarm now with Shaheeds flying around. And we know about a lot of the things we track. A lot of them are headed to Kyiv right now. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll be sensitive to you. So if something dings and you need a roll, please give us a shout and a holler. But for now,
okay.
We're good to go?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you, brother. First of all, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just in preview, if you want, I've sent you some pictures just recently.
I will check
on Telegram. If it be matching, you can share it for people. It will be like just a preview story.
Okay, I will do that. While we're doing that, tell everybody I was sharing when you were getting logged in here, you had to come off the front to take care of your son who broke his leg. How is your son doing?
Good. He needs to use crutches, and yeah, they used 2 titanium screws to fix his bones inside of the knee, and he will use the crutches like 6 weeks minimum, and will need like a 6-month minimum time before the first sport, let's say, loading the knee in real. So, but I'm happy that everything is okay. Yeah, I was in the Zaporizhia region, working in the full meaning on a roof of one of the snatches we delivered. We were helping guys, and then I got a call and then we finished that last one vehicle, and in the morning I was driving the whole night. In the morning we were in BLUESKY, and in the evening we were in Kyiv preparing my son to the surgery.
Well, good to hear he's doing better. I did see the x-rays. He's got quite a few screws in there, and I'll be over there in less than a month, so maybe we'll have Mark on the stream with us and say hello. Zhenya's son's name is Mark. We're going to talk about a few things tonight. We're going to talk about power, front lines, morale, also share some pictures that you just sent me. We'll be doing that and giving away the flag. Guys, here's the deal. If you have a question, I will do my best to watch the chat. I also have team members in here watching the chats, but if you have a specific question for Zhenya that you would like to have answered, please in the chat type question, and we will do our best to see it. So there you go. That is on that. Let's do this. Let's have a little fun right now. So here is the patch of the day right here. Let me move it over. Zhenya, you recognize, let me go back to both of us together right here. This is an interesting one. A lot of people don't see quite often. Let's do this. And you want to tell people about this patch?
It's a good friend of our friend. He gifted it to Greg, and this is the only patch. I didn't have this luck to get one. This story is every time the same. Like, not every time, but that is classic. When the guy has like it's unique. It's not patches you can buy in the store or buying online.
I actually pulled this one out on purpose because I knew that's exactly what he would say. Let me go back to this. Let me go back to this 1 second, guys. This patch right here. Let's see. I get backwards here. There we go. This patch right here is battle worn, and it's just, isn't it awesome? So yeah, so many times, honestly, when Zhenya and I are out working and we're meeting with commanders and dropping aid and talking with them and sharing with them and doing everything that we can to help. Zhenya is so busy. I'm many times sitting over with a commander, looking at their guns or eating a bowl of soup, and Zhenya's running around like crazy. And unfortunately, sometimes I get the good patches. So it's kind of a joke, but my patches are your patches and your patches are my patches. How about we do it like that?
It's okay. Yeah. But it's fair from other side. It's absolutely fair that because you share it with the people, with the whole world, and by that you represent those guys, their patches, like they're being presented on international, let's say, public level, and people getting to know them, at least their patches maybe, and it's good. It's a good Ukrainian guys.
Well, what I'm happy about is exactly what you just said. Let's see if that'll come up. That's an amazing patch, Misfit Tour. It really is. It's if this patch could talk, this is battle worn, the real deal. Zhenya, let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about morale. How are the soldiers doing?
Like this, they encourage each other on the different channels, encouraging each other. The good, let's say, one good sign, and I heard good news, let's say, good feedbacks from the guys. It's about the changes in, I would say, our army structure. Some commanders being changed, like, and the ones who are now who like they are really experienced, battle experienced guys with the great feedbacks from the level of like soldier till high rank officer, and let's say guys being encouraged, I would say, got some more hope. From other side, there is like they're fighting, they hoping for the world will understand them. They hoping for the changes in United States in January, and it will bring not the devastation for Ukraine, and hoping for better.
Jake Sullivan just coming out just a little while ago talking about that Ukraine is going to get everything possible before January 20th to put them in the best positions prior to January 20th when Donald Trump comes in, and we really do not know what's going to happen at that point. But so that's good news. We're seeing, with the release of weapons being able to strike into Russia, all of those are good signs. And then we hear and we see commanders. The ground commander was changed. That is not Siersky, but that's the ground commander. He's under Siersky, and he's actually a hero of the war. And he was the guy that was riding the armored troop carrier through Mariupol, and he jumped over the block post. So there's very, very good things that are happening in regard to that. So overall, morale, okay.
Yeah, I mean, surely, guys, when you having time with them, like spending time months and months and years, they can share that, hey, situation is terrible, this bridge being destroyed, it's not easy to get to those positions. Russian, they crossed that border, with small boats, and we're fighting in that area as well, and so on and so on. That sometimes there is the news they share. It's not easy, but if you coming straight, asking them, okay, you ready to quit? You're challenging them. Everyone says, okay, man, come on, don't even start it. Yeah, we're tired, but no way we quit.
Let me get you some questions coming up, and then we'll come back. Everybody,
Okay.
reminder, we're giving away a free flag today. This is coming in from Whitefishy1. Will this winter be the same as 2022 for electrical blackouts, and how can we help?
Okay, it's I don't know. We don't have the question for this, but if situation will be will be the same, repeating, and the Russians will repeat attacks like they had last month or two, it will be more tough winter. That's for civilians, and even more for the military.
You've been telling me that since you've been in Kyiv over the last few days, power situation has been challenging, to say the least. Can you tell people what the situation was like in the hospital that day with power?
Yeah, it was like it was a, let's say, 4 floors hospital, 4 levels, 4 floors, and only 1 floor with the operation rooms partly had electricity, the power, and the main elevators didn't work.
And you're talking about main hospital in Kyiv. In Kyiv.
Yes, and Mark, because of the alarm, they had to transport people like who couldn't walk different ways on the first floor and couldn't do it on the ground, let's say underground floor, like a basement. And the first time probably in the Kyiv experience, we had this kind of break that in the period of 12 hours, we had just 1 hour of power. So in 12 hours, we had 11 hours off and 1 hour on. This day, it was just a hard day. Now it's better, and you can see we have electricity, and
we'll see.
No problem.
But this is reality. Yeah. So tonight, guys, we're not talking about the news. I've covered that. I had a really good facts-only video earlier today, and it seems that people are being very receptive to facts. I've received so many positive comments where people saying, finally, somebody just giving facts, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that will continue. And then we accentuate it with our lives and our support there on the front line. So I think we finally found our place. And thankful for it. Zhenya, let's keep going now with more questions. Darren Corrigan with a question. I saw French generators headed to Ukraine front lines in an ARPGO podcast, or ATP, so that would be probably Johnny. Do you deliver generators?
When we have it, we deliver it. When
we deliver anything like we get our hands on.
Yeah, like it's not a problem to deliver. Like for us, it's a challenge because every time the challenge is we picking up what we buy and deliver, and to whom. A lot of requests, a lot of guys needs help, and we're limited. So like it's we're doing everything we can, and we will.
All
It's
right, let's.
simple. We deliver generators. Yes, we did.
Yes, we deliver generators. That's a
And
simple question.
yes,
This is
it's
just a
like,
nice comment. Ends 100. My morale got much better seeing Zhenya again on the stream. There you go, buddy. Question. Misfit Toy just coming in with a 19.99 super chat, but I saw the question before. How do I get to Ukraine to volunteer as a paramedic for the armed forces of Ukraine?
you need to find I would say the brigade or the unit, or and contact them first. Filling the forms, describing what the level, the level of the level of medicine. Like, I mean, the level of preparation you had, or degree, or something, or probably even more, it's experience you have. You contact them, and because like for the US, like most of the citizens outside, like, I mean, you don't need visa. You just can come, and and easy to get to the capital city of Ukraine, to Kyiv. It's not a problem, but it's better to contact the unit first, the brigade, the battalion, discuss all the needed things, describe it all, send them, and then when you get confirmation, then you will get like more instruction where to go. You will get the phone numbers, addresses to go, where you will stay, and different options. But it's better to contact. Don't do like not experienced people do. They coming to Ukraine, they're sitting here and trying, like, there is no signs, and go there. There is like medical volunteers are waiting for you. No, it's a big country, and a lot of guys being trained, a lot of girls being trained. There is a whole system works, but there is a big need. So it's really big respect for you, like if you think about that. But the best way to find the unit, brigade, battalion who needs this level, like medic.
And that information is available online through different publications. So just search it specifically about connecting with the unit. Zhenya giving you good advice there. Jor1 coming with the question, Zhenya, if it's something you care to discuss, which I know you will, what are the feelings and what will the status be for military-aged men who fled the country? Massive respect and thanks for all you do. So two-part question there. Like what's the attitude toward military-aged guys that fled the country? For me, okay, I'm just going to add an addendum. There's a difference between fleeing the war and military-aged men that left before the war started and had another life started and all of that, now trying to figure out the comeback. But for me, but I'm not here answering the questions tonight, Zhenya, you are. So what are the feelings toward and status for military-aged men who fled the country?
Different. My opinion, like that, there is a man who are outside of Ukraine now currently, and they helping, and much more effectively they would do being in Ukraine. If they work, they raising money, donations, helping, looking, and sometimes doing a lot of great job, like supplying with the vehicles, the military vehicles, and a lot of things. I cannot it's like that. Surely it's nothing common with other men who sitting, drunk, or like being scared, and they pretend every time in every corner they shouting, "Hey, I'm Ukrainian, we are fighting," and he does nothing. Personally, me, in different hotels in Europe, which I stayed when I was getting humanitarian aid there, or transporting people, I was asking on the reception, what about attitude of Ukrainians who left? And they were telling things and said, probably the most tough situation with a man, because they are, from one side, they are giving us like, you must help us, you must help us. And when it goes to them, he said, but I will not go there. You need to go. You must, all of you are. And I said, please send them. I mean, send them away. I mean, just send them away. I mean, they are not worthy, I would say.
I would help you
to pretend.
Exactly, to pretend.
Okay.
Well, I would just add this. There are a lot of guys that, for example, help us, and ladies, like, I mean, heroes that are living in Poland. I'm thinking of one right now, Vika, who will get in her car and drive stuff out of Poland that we ship there and into Ukraine. I mean, heroic activities. I've got other guys there helping with transporting of goods, receiving shipments. They're doing a part to help. But when I'm traveling in Europe, a lot of times, and I see people, especially in Poland, and they're Ukrainian, of course, I know they're Ukrainian, and I see them putting their wife and children on a train, and they're 30 years old, and they walk off the darkness. I just call them a coward, because that's what they are. And there's one thing to flee the war, but there's another thing to support the war in multiple ways, and Ukraine now needs it in every way. So let's keep going on this. I'm trying to keep up with everything here. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You having facts only. One more fact. There is a lot of men still staying in Ukraine. The men hiding in their homes, hiding in grandma's homes, sending the wives or kids to go to get some shopping or getting the grocery, not even leaving apartment. And it's a fact. They could help the other guys being trained, using their brain, especially if they're younger. And yes, there is a problem in here, and in some frontline areas, we have situation when the middle age of Russian occupants are 30, and Ukrainians from other side 42 or 45. And surely there is a big difference when it goes about the speed, about being active, about like having all the munitions with them, about how these people can survive being wounded, like. And yes, there is effects are like sad facts, but if the question was about the men who left the countries, it's a different men and different stories. Some are cowards, some are. I'm happy that they are there because they are helping.
Correct. Once again, guys, remember we're giving away a flag today. It's 3 foot by 5 foot, a real flag, autographed by Fish and his partner on the front there. Can't tell you where it was autographed, but believe me, it's the front. And a drawing there of Taras Shevchenko. This is not a raffle. This is just hit the link in the description. The mods will take care of it. And it goes into a spreadsheet, and just your email and your name. Your email will be deleted, never sold. I delete that spreadsheet at the end of the stream. And you just need to be present to win. We'll spin the wheel. Somebody's going to win that flag tonight. And I'll email you immediately after stream. Put it into the post to you immediately. And these flags have went all over the world. There are a lot of people in the stream right now that have been recipients of these flags, and we just say thank you. Zhenya, let's do this from Papa Dutch. Here's Papa Dutch.
20 seconds.
Davai.
Okay, let's go. 20 seconds. You mentioned Fish.
Yeah.
And this flag is so it's small preview. Here's Fish. And this video, I will send this video to Greg, and he says, I'm alive, don't worry. And here is the short video. He thanks for the set special case, military grade case, which we ordered from United States specially for him, for his work, and we gave it to him from all of you. So it's a small things, but he really thankful. He is alive. Everything is okay. That's it.
Hey, I know a lot of people in here love that. You know what? There's for fish.
Слава Україні!
People are always asking me, how is fish? How is fish? Guys, fish is fighting a war. And it's a much different war now. But there's fish. And we'll get you the video with the audio. But we've yep, there you go. Need a fishing with fish giveaway. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Fish would love to take you guys fishing. And if you're wondering why is his call sign Fish, it's because he's a fisherman and a really, really good one. So fish in the house. We have his emoticon in the chat, all of that. Let's keep going now. Back to Papa Dutch. Any news on anti-ballistic missile defenses? Are you hearing anything? Because listen, the bottom line is, let me just make this statement and then you can answer. The bottom line is, I did in the facts only video this morning, and thank you, Papa Dutch, a great supporter of Ukraine and everything. We've taken Papa Dutch's stuff all over the front lines, and thank you, Papa. The North Korean missiles that are there are legit. The KN-23, 24s, they're serious. Up to 100 of those are there. Plus, we know that Russia's been stockpiling ballistics, and they're pushing Shaheeds every night. Plus the new hazelnut, Oreshnik, they fired. There's a lot of stuff. So we need more anti-ballistic missile air defense. Are we having any news?
It depends, because there is a lot of big range of, it's a really big range of different kinds of ballistic missiles, and some ballistic missiles are our guys are doing, they are shooting it down. And then I would say we'll not go with the details, but F-16 we got really not much, not enough, but they are helping our guys and they shooting down some missiles and Shaheeds and so on. So it's really good. But when it goes about the ballistic kind like Oreshnik, United States has these systems. Israel just got it, and some other countries, but not much. And in reality, like against of Oreshnik, we have zero, and right. I would say zero even chance, like with not possible.
Here you go, guys. This is just a comment from Darren Corrigan. At Zhenya, the world does not understand your war fighters yet, but we do, and we will overcome the misinformation. They will be understood. So that's coming in from Darren Corrigan to you, Zhenya, as encouragement.
Yeah, thank you.
Unfortunately, Astro Gremlin, I'm Astro Gremlin American. Hope Train Professor Gertis sent me. No, not Professor Gertis. I'm sure Gertis is in here lurking around somewhere. If not live, he'll be lurking later. He's my buddy, and thank you for that. Let's go to the next one now. This is coming in from Bobo. Zhenya, you look strong and rested. What is your secret? It's a personal question.
I had to care about my son. That's it.
You were able to rest because you had to come off the front and take care of your son. I get it. So, but we don't want anybody else to be injured in your family to get you some rest. So, Tatiana, and I'm going to get to these in a minute. This one came into my filter here. Tatiana, $20 or 20 CHF super chat. Keep up the good work. We will, Tatiana. Thank you very, very much. So Zhenya, explain this. Here's a great question. Zhenya, how are you able to avoid being grabbed, conscripted? I am glad you are. Just curious is all, from Anastasia Treat. So explain to people your status.
Okay. Every 3 months, I need to update special status of mine personally. And there is like different, like a lot of crazy things about that. But when I update the special status. Beside of the status that I'm ready to fight, this is like my local status, and it's online. I'm checking it every week or two. Yes, they can conscript me anytime. To be honest, any day. But from other side, we have a special, let's say, exceptions which can be applied or can be ignored. I would say like this, which the fathers, the parents, fathers who has 3 and more kids, age younger than like 16, I would say 18, but they can be, then can have this exception and not temporary on this. It depends on situation in the country, but on this moment they can, if they want they can fight, but if not, they're being just in the reserve. And this is like,
let me ask this question in a different way, and maybe it'll help people. So we're pushing $1 million of aid have come through all of these wonderful people around the world. Your organization, Bethel Life Church, all the wonderful people around this globe. We're pushing $1 million. Ukraine knows what we do. Commanders know what we do. So believe me, we've been around the front line so much, and the commanders go, you better never get conscripted. You're doing so much more for the war effort. Instead of touching one spot, you're touching 100. So there's a lot in play there, but Zhenya has all of his documents done, all of his paperwork, and technically he could get a call tomorrow morning. Technically.
Yes.
That's the
this
answer.
is what I wanted, that the answer is, with all of that, it's nothing. It helps nothing. So like, here is a comment of, maybe you will recognize the voice.
Oh shit, you give me a heart attack there, man. I thought they were drafting you. You can't be drafted. You're useful for Ukraine exactly where you are.
Come on, man.
So the volume of the help we do, like with all of you, officially means nothing for the conscription. It just in personal cases, but officially in the law, you cannot find anything like that. So technically, I can be conscripted anytime, but in reality, they are looking for the guys who are avoiding being the conscription in a deep, situation in the West Ukraine, Carpathian areas, and so on. And where you are on the front lines, when you're in Slaviansk, the area like 10 kilometers, like couple minutes or seconds for the missile, and MLRS can reach you, FPV drone can reach you, and different kind of missiles can reach you, and there is a lot of UAVs there, Russian. They're not asking you why you are not conscripted. Like,
I'll tell you what, I think Pete stated the best. I remember when Pete sent you that message, and listen, that wasn't planned. We keep these videos of Pete close to our heart, guys. We work so closely with Peter, Michael Fouché, and we continue to. Pete understood this war and understood the value that Zhenya and our team brings to it. And that's just a blessing to hear Pete tonight. Thank you, Zhenya. Thank you.
And here is one more. Here's a line in our military office. I'm doing all the same things that other men do. I'm visiting there, being checked my health, and they already found a special profession in army. If I'll be conscripted, will not share it here, but they checked me and they prepared the way they could. So
we're up to 120 people. 120 of you have registered for the flag. If you we're probably going to go another half hour or so. This stream is incredible. So Zhenya still has power. This is the flag we'll be giving away at the end. You must be present to win. You just click the link. The mods will be taking care of it in the chat as well. autographed by Fish, the video you saw a little while ago, and his partner there in the front, Shevchenko, the drawing. You just be present to win. We'll spin the wheel. Somebody's going to win it, and we'll get it out in the mail to you. Thank you so much. Just a comment here. This is a nice comment from Greg Vanderhart, longtime listener, first time in the chat. Slava Ukraina. Thank you very much, Greg, for that message. We appreciate it. Zhenya, since we were talking about the hospitals and you didn't have power, do all generators go to the hospital for priority, or do they just go wherever needed? Thank you, Mar.
Different hospitals have different systems. So some hospitals had a priority, and they got a big, huge generating system, like with really powerful. Some are not. Currently, the one I mentioned before, they are working to do something to have this, let's say, to be able to have a power in any time, to get this priority, priority status for the connection. But one more time, after one of the attacks on the power grid on Ukraine, there were the big city or a lot of small places, they didn't have any minute of power more than 24 hours, meaning zero. And even worse. So we don't have a lot of details, but generators.
Let's give people reality a minute.
Depends on situation. If you send personal generator to that hospital, it goes straight to that hospital.
Correct. Let's give people reality a minute. Ukraine is much bigger than you think. It's the size of the state of Texas. It is a very large country there in Europe. And there's a lot of people in a lot of cities. This is not just some small, tiny country. It's a massive country full of resources, full of towns, villages, farming land. It's beautiful. And Zhenya and I have been in villages giving aid. No, not villages, a town. And I'm thinking of one specifically up the Ingolets River, Zhenya. I won't call the town name, but 8 months they had no power. 8 months, no power. So we just have to think about it. It's really different.
Well, I have one more example.
Go for it.
Think about that. It's just part of reality. There is no power. Okay. In the whole district, or plus. If it's air alarm and you are in one of the big places where our guys using spoofing system, Mark called me from hospital, said, "Papa, something wrong." I said, "Why?" He said, "My GPS shows that I'm in Belarus." I said, "That's right." He said, "What do you mean that's right?" I said, "This is the way how our guys redirect Shaheds, which coming to from Russia. We just redirect them back." He said, "Really? So you cannot use GPS?" Because GPS, Greg experienced that a lot of times when you it's better to forget about GPS because it will show you that you're swimming in some sea or just craziness. So GPS doesn't work. 2 days ago, Ina tried to get information about air alarm and situation. It's my wife, and we had zero mobile internet, zero. Meaning you cannot get update information, and there is no information. Sometimes you cannot even call. And this is you cannot reach your children, you cannot reach sometimes a military or the husband or wife, because this exactly after the attack, the whole I would say some quantity of the cell towers doesn't work. Even having generators, there is a different protocols, and sometimes there is no power. In some places, some buildings, no heat, no mobile phone coverage. There is no internet. and your GPS shows you every time crazy things that you are not there. And if you don't know where to go, it will take you, I don't know, it will be leading you to Lugansk or to, I don't know, any different places. You cannot use it all. And then you just, okay, what's going on? Plus, if it's schools, the public transport being stopped, the people, meaning you just driving in a traffic jam, then all the public transport being stopped and blocking the road. And it's, if it's the thousands of the cars, what to do? Just this example.
Well, let me just throw on top of that, because we're just having it. You guys are getting to hear the inside tonight and get these questions answered, and possibly win a flag. More of you signing up. 400 watching live now. Make sure you sign up. The link is in the chat. They're pinned, so you have a chance for it. No money, nothing. This is just our way to say thank you to somebody. So literally, Zhenya and I have memorized the front in our minds. So the map is in our head all the way from Sumy, all the way down along the entire front line, all the way to Kherson. We literally can move around without GPS at all. But we do run typically about 3 different units of GPS. We have offline maps that require nothing. We still try to push online, and then we take a combination of all that data, and that's how we figure out to go if we're going to new locations. Many times soldiers will have to come out of not from their zero position, but from their position of safety where they fight on the zero and get us and bring us back in with them. And then a lot of these roads we run, we know them in our heads, like you running around your town. We've run the front that much. We know every road, every turn. And that's why we're comfortable when we're sharing information about what roads are under big attack right now, like around Pokrovsk and between Pokrovsk and Andriivka. It's devastating. In fact, let me just do this, since we were talking about GPS and roads and all that, because we're just hanging out and talking. I got some more questions for you tonight. Zhenya, let me do this, and let me just show people what I'm talking about here. Let's come down. I think everybody can see that there. Yes. So this is Pokrovsk, which is big battle, and it's not a battle in Pokrovsk yet, but Russia wants it. Ukraine's defending it, but Russia getting a big push here on the southern side of Pokrovsk, okay, where they then are going to try to seal this off and come in from the south side. We know it. Everybody knows it, but that's not first what they want. And I will show you first what they want. And this is the road that Zhenya and I run all the time. So we know this road inside and out. This is the road coming in from Dnipro to Pokrovsk through Pavlograd. But then when Zhenya and I in Pokrovsk, and this is not OPSEC, this is wide open public information, guys. The center of Pokrovsk here, there is a road that comes out here, hooks here, comes down. I know the curve in the road, and there's a dirt lane that goes off of it. It comes through Shevchenko, over to Novotroysk, Novolivka, Yaznove, and goes right down to Andriivka. You can see that this area here, the road is impassable now. It's under nonstop drone artillery. It's terrible. But this is the road we run. So how close is that? Well, from where Russia's actually controlling to the road, 2 kilometers. So GPS will never work. There's so much spoofing and so much EW going on. We know those roads like the back of our hands. So it's dangerous, but having that memorized helps us a lot. Let's do this, Zhenya. Next, a $10 super chat from Orion Starfire. Orion Starfire. Credit where credit is due. Cheers, brothers. Thank you for being you and standing for peace, justice, and truth. Glory to Ukraine and glory to the humble people of the world that just want to be free. Very nice message there,
Yeah, thank you.
Zhenya. I will answer Ricardo Zatino's question. Greg, may you tell us why Victoria Sparks at times didn't vote for Ukraine aid when it was crucially needed? Yeah, I can tell you that specifically. I know her personally. I've met with her personally. She absolutely is pro-Ukraine. She herself has donated over $500,000 to Ukraine. But there are so many political games that are being played inside the United States. Guys, I'm answering this for you now because I know people hate her. I know they hate her. It's inside America here and maybe Ukraine. I don't know. But I'm telling you, I've had lunch with her. I've met with her. I've talked personally with her. And there were certain votes that she voted no on. It was not about Ukraine. She knew the vote would go through, but there were other things in the bill that were horrible and that would even affect situations that could potentially affect Ukraine in the future. So that's the truth. And, you know, people may like it, may not like it, but I know this lady personally. And I'm telling you, she loves Ukraine. She is not so pro-Zelensky. That's a fact. That's a fact. But her questioning her support for Ukraine is the wrong road to go down. I'm telling you, I personally know from experience. Question, Heidi Thomas. Zhenya, how is your knee?
Good. No problem.
Good.
I do my small trainings regularly and it helps. So no problem.
Aaron
Thank you.
O'Brien Reagan
Thank you.
asking, would Representative Sparks be willing to come on the channel? You know what? She very well may. Very well may. I will reach out. So this is a question from Julio Tamu. Will Israel destroying Hezbollah ballistic missile factories in Syria and Lebanon border help Ukraine? Let me even advance that question a little bit more. Zhenya, just with what's happening in Syria, can this benefit Ukraine in general?
Yes, for sure. We happy about the Russian losses. That's it. That's quite simple. Every place in the world where Russian army having losses makes us happy because it will be less aggressors coming to Ukraine, helping killing our people. So in every place where Russia loses their army, we will be happy. It doesn't mean that we completely support all these small groups in the Syria or other place. It doesn't mean so. But every place where Russia loses, losing their military vehicles, tanks, troops, yeah, Ukrainians will be okay. That's good. Thank you.
Let me do that. I see the question there in the chat from Chrissy UK. Greg, how is oh, this is a nice comment from Nick from End Time Independent News. Zhenya, I need to hook you up with Nick. You would enjoy that, I think. He's a unique bird, but I like him. Forces Putin to make some hard choices. Yes, it does. It does. And not only that, with what's happening in Georgia, we could be talking about all of that as well. I did have a question in here about Kirill. How is our young friend Kirill? Kirill is doing fine. And when I get back after Christmas, Zhenya and I definitely will be stopping by to see Kirill, dropping some of your guys' love on him and care for that village there down in southern Ukraine, and you will see Kirill. Let's do this. You. Zhenya, what do you think about Zelensky's proposal? Do you think he's serious about switching occupied territories for NATO? So that's actually not the proposal, Rachel.
Okay,
the proposal is misunderstood. So you want to talk about it?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not giving away territories. Guys, get off Twitter.
It's okay. Okay,
go ahead.
Putin playing this game every time.
Exactly.
I'm ready for negotiation. And what? Zelensky says, okay, we're ready if the NATO takes us we'll be ready like to for negotiation, and then to think in the future of looking for the ways of yeah, yes, taking our territory back by diplomatic ways. But then in a short period he says, but yeah, sure, we will never be ready to be a part of NATO, but just by 50% of the country. It's not applicable. So it sounds like, yes, guys, we're here. If you think it's so simple, yeah, take us as a part of NATO. Okay, we're ready. We will be ready, because it shows to all the world that it's just the same way as world ignoring the Putin things, Putin speeches. Zelensky says, okay, I'm ready. Let's go, let's talk, but who will take responsibility for that?
Correct.
Who will take Ukraine to the NATO now? Who will take all the responsibility? Okay, we will take Great Britain, United States will says, okay, and then we guarantee that Putin will not shoot any one more time. Who will take it? No one. No NATO as an organization, as a bloc, no one country, no one army will not take this.
Yeah, it's a lot of times you have to be careful, guys, when you watch videos that are translated. And Rachel Dobbs, I saw your response there. Let's see here. Okay, I wasn't sure. It's what I've heard. Yeah, it's what a lot of people have heard. That's why I came out today on the Facts Only, even sharing some comments from Kuleba, the former foreign minister. They were spot on trying to explain it. Guys, Zelensky has no goal to give away Ukraine. If Ukraine was to come into NATO, Article 5 would not be invoked, but the properties that are 91 borders would still be a part of Ukraine, which mean Russia is still invaded those regions. It's complete chaos, guys. What it is right now is shock. It's chess, and they're making moves. The goal is right now to get the onus on to Vladimir Putin, saying, I don't want to negotiate. The world comes in, supplies Ukraine, and we smash them. I mean, that's really the chess game that's being played.
Zelensky encouraging the world for living in reality, encouraging the world to do actions. This is one of the reasons why Ukrainian army in the Kursk area, because all Putin's you're crossing the border, you're crossing the line, if you use that, you cross the line. If somebody will take our territory, we will use the nuclear. We are there. I mean, Ukrainians are there. So where is the nuclear? Areshnik. Okay, Areshnik. Okay, yes, but the world, Ukraine we need to survive. This is what Zelensky represents. Okay, guys, we're showing you, we crossed all the lines. We know that according all positions and the regulations of Russia, we are target of the nuclear, and we already crossed the line. We wanted to show it. So yes, every day we're living in the reality of using that Putin will use nuclear against of Ukraine. Why? Because we need to survive, and all the diplomatic way we try to, we ask to, we request to, didn't work. Then the military ways didn't work. We have some dozens of that weapon and some help, but in a lot of times with the comments, oh, how many minerals you have in Ukraine? Maybe you need to offer or to put on a table how many minerals you can share for that negotiations. You can nickel, iron ore, and so on, and it's just the other story. So Ukraine crossed all the borders because we need to survive. That's it.
Correct,
and
that's
showing
why.
Putin,
That's why we suggest, and guys, the guy's sitting right there. We run the front lines, okay? Please be patient when you're seeing all of these headlines come out. And that's the problem with mainstream media. They come out, they splash the headline, And there's really no understanding behind it. This is why Vladimir Zelensky said when he was in the United States this fall, he says, just supply us and we will defeat Russia for you. We will defeat Putin for you. We will risk our soldiers. We're already fighting for our sovereign land, for our future, for our children and our grandchildren, because we understand Vladimir Putin and you do not, with all respect. We get him. We know how to deal with him. You do not. He will play you like a game. And this is why Zelensky, this is why other leaders in Ukraine make some of the decisions that they make, guys. It's, I've got to make this move so that I can get this result. So as we always suggest, be patient, be patient.
And one more example. Ukrainians are standing against of Russian influence of media inside of Ukraine. Like on the Telegram channels, which is one of the most popular sources for getting news for Ukrainians. Sometimes it looks like, oh, it's okay, we're already done. Why? Because it's like, okay, pick the proper. There is a question. It's like, pick the answer which, just make a choice. And there is options like, Ukraine needs to stop the war because they are weak, or because of the corruption, or because the West are betraying us, and the fourth, because Putin are too strong. And only 4 points, and then the question, hey, where is the other points? It's like sometimes it looks that the influence of Russia is so bad that they're creating in the people's mind the only one way. Only one way of like, okay, we're quitting, we lost, and so on. No. And this is why inside of Ukraine, so many different ways they're trying to push us, creating that pressure, twisting the news everywhere. And so thank you for to everyone who stands with us and shares the proper news, real news, the facts.
Thank you for being here. And with that said, 446 of you are in here right now on the live. Make sure if you haven't signed up, maybe another 15, 20 minutes or so here. We're going to draw the raffle for the flag. This is an autographed flag from the front. Another commercial. This is Fish. It's a 3 foot by 5 foot flag, or a meter by like a meter and a half, whatever. There it is, autographed and signed. If you're new, just scrolling through YouTube and seeing these two guys talk about Ukraine, Zhenya's there in Kyiv. Fish autographed, and his partner drew the picture of Shevchenko there. So please make sure you hit that. The link is in the description. Let me get to a few more here and some super chats, Zhenya. Darren Vaughn, $4.99. Greg, take me to Ukraine. Mitch Ashdown, are portable generators available in the market for people to buy? Like you can go to the store and buy a generator? Yes. And fueled? The answer is yes. I can answer that. The real Vladimir Putin in the house. Testing, 1, 2, 3. And I did get this comment. This is really good. The real Vladimir Putin saying, Zelensky is gaslighting me. LOL. Now that's a good comment. That's a good comment. I'll need coffee. I love Kaleba. I do too. Adam Rounds, Putler is always lying. Papa Dutch, $5 super chat. The enemy of my enemy is not necessarily my friend, but they are often very useful. Let's see here.
Wise.
Yes, very wise. Papa Dutch is very wise. Jason Thomas, I personally think without a shadow of a doubt that Ukraine has one of the best armies in the world. We just need to supply everything militarily and more. Jania, respond to Jason.
And yes, and we need to change, we need to get rid of anything left from the Soviet army, because in some areas we still have the small places, like small parts of that system, of that habits, of that traditions, and we're fighting in it as soon. And this is why it's popular in here. Until the small Soviet army will be fighting against a big Soviet army. The small Soviet army will be losing, but when the NATO army or modern army will start to fight against a Soviet army, then there is no chance for Soviet army. This is why we need a lot of changes, and this is going on. Not so fast, but we have success.
So, my friends, let this encourage you tonight. If you're watching from anywhere outside of Ukraine and you're supporting Ukraine, you just heard a Ukrainian who supports this war effort 24/7, 365, and we all partner together to help him, saying, we're working on it. We're making changes. We're making adjustments. We've got to get the Soviet mindset out of us. It's been ingrained for decades and decades, and progress is being made, guys. Stand firm. You're talking about what could be one of the best allies and friends on the planet, a country that is so full of resources if you want to talk about economics. But here's what I will say to you. And this is what I said when Zhenya and I were streaming in the early days of the war, day 1, day 5, day 10, day 20, and we had 10 people watching. And one was my mother, one was my grandmother, and 3 of Zhenya's cousins. That's before we started to grow. Now 450 in here watching live, and everybody is so appreciative of the work that we do and the information we put out. And for that, we say thank you. And thank you for growing with us and helping us to grow. But I will say this. When day 1 started and Zhenya and I were on a live stream, we were just talking about the Russian buildup. The missile flew. Zhenya said, hey, they just launched a missile. I, at that point, from day 1, committed to do everything I can to help Zhenya and to help Ukraine from day 1. And we've done that. And we will continue to do that until victory. Do peromoga, until victory. This will never stop. And even beyond, we will continue. But I want you to understand something from an American, and I'm sure other people would say this, that have had any work at all inside Ukraine. I know right now that if my home was being invaded, I know that Zhenya and an entire army of Ukrainians would be here to help me. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I know that. Therefore, I have to do the same. It's the moral clause. We have to do the same. And I'm here to tell you right now, you cannot have a better friend than a Ukrainian. That's it. I don't need to say anything else. I'm telling you, you cannot find a better, more faithful, more caring warrior. Nothing will stop what we're going to do type of friend than a Ukrainian. So Zhenya, thank you for your friendship and partnership, brother. And I want the world to hear that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's get a few more here, and then we're going to draw that flag and start winding this down. This is awesome. And then I want to make sure I get all the super chats. Papa Dutch, trading resources for territory is still caving into a brigand. That's correct. It's not going to happen, guys. Just let these things play out. Silly solar generators. How much solar activity is happening inside Ukraine?
A lot. But okay, it's, you probably know the specific of that. It takes a lot of place, and when the Russian Shaheds are flying, and then our air defense system are working, it's so hard to have this business for people, because it's breaking just one part, and that's it. I mean,
okay, so I have to interpret that, and
yes,
this is all I'm going to say. I would never show a map. Okay, but guys, there are incredibly massive solar farms inside Ukraine generating power. Massive. And they do their best to defend those, and with the air defense, but what do you defend? A city, a hospital, a school, a solar farm. But yes, I can't tell you how ingenious the Ukrainians are, even dealing with like power inversion. For example, our organization, which Jania is the president of, by light years, we offer the best trench lights on the planet. And that's because members of our team are stinking geniuses. They take these lights that can be used in a trench, that you tell them, they change the circuit boards, they change how the batteries operate, and now you have just for example, a light that would have lasted 3 hours will now last for 24. All of these adjustments the Ukrainians are making, and we have these invaluable team members. It's the same with our drone jammers. Our guys are making modifications, and now everybody on the front wants our jammers. It's good stuff.
It's not perfect, but we trying and we getting requests. Help us more, do that best. But it's working. The thing is, yeah, it's working. And it's
This
good.
is good. The Ukrainians are like a bunch of Thomas Edisons. Yes, they are. But you know what?
Ukrainians wants to survive.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Ukrainians want to survive. So these aren't candles, lights in a tin can with cardboard and oil or wax with a wick they can light. No, we used to make those at the beginning of the war. Now we are bringing lights that are portable power banks with rewritten circuit boards and lights that'll stay on until Jesus comes and help charge other units and the whole. Yes, there are still trench candles there, but guys, the technology on the front lines in Ukraine is light years ahead of technology that is running in other places of the world. The Ukrainian army right now is the best army in Europe. Period. Not even close. The
best UAVs companies who producing UAVs, I mean the expensive ones, very expensive. They are training Ukrainian soldiers, military, sending their drones, UAVs to the front lines, getting most updated information how it works on the front line, and then getting modifications offered by Ukrainian engineers. And then in a short time, all the companies who producing and working now with Ukrainian army, they will have in a short time, and in the end after the end of the war, they will have the best teachers in all of those countries who are helping now.
No question. No, in fact, some really good things
because
here. JT, go ahead. It's just amazing what they do. Appreciate your updates, and Prof. Gertis, Shills, and Johnny Pierce. Yeah, it's a great team there. Thank you for that. $2 super chat, Papa Dutch. Some Ukrainians are more like Nikola Tesla. Yeah, that's exactly right, like Tesla. Terry Boochter, as always, necessity is the mother of invention. I will tell you this, guys, and Zhenya can confirm this for you. We do need more soldiers in mobilization. Our guys are tired. Their morale is okay, but they're tired. Many of these guys, when they come off of their 3, 4, 5 day turn on the 0 line, you would think they come back, they have 48 hours off. Okay, they can go into town and have a dinner and all that. That's not what happens. They're back where they're staying, and they're working and modifying drones, and they're modifying technology, and they're modifying communications. These guys work 24/7 because it's necessary, and it's unbelievable what they can do. How about fiber optic drones? Cindy.
Okay, we need Russia producing much more of it, buying it from China and producing much more of it. Our guys in Ukrainian companies are just started doing it, and we need probably investments in the small companies who will produce more and more of it, because the optic drones are no one anti-drone systems are able to shoot it down, let's say, until it's like physically shooting the nets or something like that. So it's like, there is like, example is Toretsk,
Mm-hmm.
Toretsk are like a forest of optic like wires, like a forest of optic wires.
You mean
It's like a net.
in the battle in Touretsk?
So much. Да.
Okay, so let me do this, guys. It's no problem to show you this. So we'll talk about this right here. And I want you to see where he's talking about, and I'll show you the forest. No problem. No OPSEC here. Here's Konstantinivka. Here's Kramatorsk. Here's Chasiv Yar. Here's Pokrovsk and Mirnograd. And he's talking about the battle, which is right here in Toretsk. Toretsk, a key city that Ukraine is battling for. They need to hold on to. But Russia has moved into the center of it, Ukraine holding around it. So you can see here, this is what he's talking about. So around Toretsk in this battle is just a sea of cables.
Yeah, it's so many and Russians using it, and I maybe somehow with some friends who still are not mobilized yet, maybe some of them I'm encouraging them to start producing those because there is a big need in army in that optic drones, optic cable drones.
And no, Zhenya is not talking about tripwires. We're actually talking about drones that are hardwired on a.
Slava Ukraini.
Let me. Oh, thank you, Shelley
optic.
Carter, for buying 6 coffees. Slava Ukraina to you. Thank you for that. No, guys, just basically picture it this way: fishing line, and attached to the fishing pole is a drone, and it goes out 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers. There's no need for internet communications. There's no need for Starlink. There's no need for anything. It's connected on a hard line. It goes out, does its job, and it comes back. Russia has a ton of them. And Ukraine is developing. And what he was saying is around that city of Toretsk right there that I showed you right here, all around it, there is forest. And like in this area here, there's forest up here. And there's just a sea of those lines is what he's talking about. So I hope that helps you understand.
So here is like a couple seconds for people to see the facts.
Mm-hmm.
And here is how it looks like the set for producing those drones. It's just all the parts, and there is like the whole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
Different parts. Okay, let me. So it's easy. You can buy all of it. It's already on the sale. You can buy any part of it, and then the people are doing it. So like. We would never go probably there, but Ukrainians wants to survive.
Correct. Let me get a couple more.
Russia preparing.
Oh, go.
Yeah.
Oh, bye. Mm-hmm.
Russia preparing. They were preparing years, and to do that and to fight against of Ukraine. They prepared the missiles, and the Europe. And not only Europe. The most West countries doesn't even. It cannot imagine how many missiles, different types, Russia can produce in a month. And in the case of let's say, the same type of war, in the 3 or 5 months, I think the air defense system would be almost empty by trying to protect their sky, because Russia has thousands and thousands and thousands of missiles produced by Russia, North Korea, Iran.
Mm-hmm. I've been getting this information. I have not reported it as a facts only, because on the facts only, I really want it to be facts only. When I do a live, we can get in here and talk about it, discuss, well, this is our opinion, this is our thought, this is our experience. But it is reported right now, multiple places, even from Ukrainian sources that I trust, that the Russian war machine right now can manufacture monthly more missiles than the entire continent of Europe combined. That's what's being stated. Now, I don't have enough proof to put it out as a fact yet, but it would not surprise me. Their war machine is running. They increased on the facts only this morning I put out, they increased their war budget from 28% to 32% approximately this year. It's serious, guys. It's very, very serious. Paul Gerbert, and I need to make sure I missed some super chats, and I will make sure I get them. Guys, if you're here right now, and you haven't signed up for the flag raffle, once again, this will be the last call for that. Please go to the link in the description and click it. Just put in your whatever name you want to be called and your email. Your email will not be shared publicly. And I'll spin the wheel in just a moment. You can win this autographed flag here from Fish and his partner there who drew Shevchenko, Taras Shevchenko, a cultural Ukrainian hero. No donation, nothing. This is just our way to say thank you. 9.99 quid from Paul Gilbert. Thanks, Greg and Zhenya. Thanks to all the mods, too. Above all, thanks to Ukrainians for being the shield of democracy. Our hope train is here to help as best we can. Slava Ukraini. Paul Gilbert, 100%. Thank you for that, and we agree. Papa Dutch coming with a question. Zhenya, do you know anything about laser communication systems? Are they the drone could have a receptor turned to invisible light frequencies?
There is, I would say like this. It's not a spread, and there is the whole program initiated by Ukrainian Armed Forces of Ukraine for the inventors. If they will prove like that this system can work in the whole system. So I heard, but not much, probably. And now I heard it. I read it in one of the articles about like the areas our guys working, but no details. Sorry, nothing specific.
No problem, but it's out there, and whatever they need is going to happen. I think this is going to be a great question for Zhenya to answer. And this is coming in from Heather Wiley. Zhenya, well, I'm giving it to you. How do we bring reality of the war to Moscow and St. Petersburg so that the population understands how evil Putin is? How do you make the war real to those millions and millions and millions of people?
Good start is helping Ukraine to fight for own land and forget about limits, because limits you can like, okay guys, there is a 10 bombarders are flying, but you can shoot the airfield only one of it because it's the closest one. This is how it looks like. But the 9 you cannot touch, it's too far. So, and this is and we can in Ukraine we need help. We cannot say, okay, no, we need help of United States, we need help of Germany, Great Britain. We cannot ignore our partners. But when the partners will trust Ukraine enough to say, okay, here is the missiles, because there is international laws and there is some barbarians who trying to ignore all of it. So here is the tools. If you want, you can fight for your country. Please fight.
Well stated. All right, guys, last call. If you haven't signed up for the flag, we have 187. We're getting ready to spin the wheel. I think we've gotten to most everyone's questions. Thank you so much. It's getting late there for Zhenya now. Still under air alarm. And now our home city, Khmelnytsky's under air alarm. I want to make sure I catch all of this. Linda H., thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I've got everybody else. Misfit Toy, 1999. God bless you both and all that you do. BTC Bandit, twice, €22.99. Thank you for your support, BTC Bandit, and I assume that you are a crypto fan. Stefan R., gifting 10 memberships. Thank you, Stefan. And Stefan, I also saw so many of your kind comments in the chat where you were saying just thankful for the work, and we appreciate you as well. Tracy Berry, crew member for 9 months. Thank you, Tracy. Thanks to both of you for the amazing work you do. I got Orion Starfire super chat. Nils Item gifting 10 memberships. Thank you for that. Linda H gifting another 5 memberships. Thank you for that. Camilla Matson, Swedish Crones 13. Thank you for that. With the angel symbol there. Yes, Paul Gilbert, love being on the Hope Train, and we love you being here. We've gotten Camilla Matson. David L with the $50 super chat. Love you both. Slava Ukraina from the Connecticut coast. Slava Ukraine. Thank you, David L, and thank you for your faithful support as always. Ida, Norwegian Crone 249. Thank you so much for your support there, Ida. And Ida, I will tell you this. Ida is my grandmother's name. And yes, she's still living. She's 90 years old. David L. with the $10 super chat. Greg, the most efficient way to help. Actually, David, we're getting ready to redesign that completely. But yes, you can go through the website and donate through that. That is efficient. The Buy Me a Coffee, of course, has a less percentage there as well. Super chats are helping us grow, and we get those funds and resources there as well. All of those, everything works together. But on larger scale donations, yes, you can go through our website. But also, we're going to be having a couple of other options coming for direct support to Ukraine, working on right now. Johnny Nedergaard, Norwegian Crones 22. How is the winter over there right now, Zhenya, so far?
It's you can calculate. It's from +2 to -5. Not bad yet.
Not bad yet. Good. It's going to be bad when I get there. I like being there in January when it's really good.
Okay.
Mini Casper, £5. Thank you for that. Darren Vaughn, I got you. Yes, he wants me to take him to Ukraine. There's Onion Starfire, $5 super chat. I said it in the chat, but I'll say it again here. The U.S. should have intervened in this conflict the way we did when Iraq invaded Kuwait. I would have loved to have seen that, and I would have supported that 100%. Minister for the Recovery of Stolen Toilets, who has been a flag winner in the past. You guys make sure you sign up for flag. Going to spin for that next. Good day, Greg and Zhenya. Are the Blue Eddies doing the job? Okay, are the Blue Yetis, the power. What are they called? The Echo Flows.
Echo flows. There is different kinds of.
Yes. Are they doing the job?
Flows. Yeah, good. I mean, yeah.
And he also asked, how are our sugar cubes?
Sugar cubes non-stop. We're giving every time. We still have some, probably 4 or 5 left.
Good.
And we're giving it like on the Zaporizhia area when when we were delivering the snatch, we gave one as we promised. Last time I've been there, and he said, "Oh, Ray, Zhenya, we don't have." I said, "I was sugar cube." He says, "We don't have one." I said, "Why?" Because there is guys on the zero, the scouts. They needed it more, so I gave them. I said, "Okay, stop. We have a good people helping us, supporting us. I got the newest version. I said, here is the one for you." He said, "Oh, really? Thank you, thank you." So we're doing it, and then our friend Greg Himik. Last time I met him, I gave one from all the study to him as well, and the third assault got. So it's non-stop.
They're going everywhere, guys, and he's referring to Himik, a guy we support directly. You've seen in our videos. He's out there on the front lines. He's an incredible warrior for Ukraine. Ronnie Vranken, €5. We are pushed into a corner. Let's break free, please. Listen to Freddie Mercury. We want to break free. I like Freddie Mercury. Let's see. Camila Matson, Swedish Crone 65. I can't believe we don't put sanctions on Kazakhstan. Yeah, I mean, Kazakhstan, China, Iran. There's Himik. There he is, Zhenya with Himik. Papa Dutch, $2 super chat. Limits are for limited people. Sir, I completely agree with that. And we are unlimited in what we can do to support Ukraine. Thank you for that. Leslie Bowe, member for 9 months, conductor level. Thank you for that. When is the patch coming, Greg? It's coming. Our patch.
Yeah, it's coming.
Our designer had to move, but it's coming.
He's an army.
Our designer is in the army.
He was conscripted. I met him today.
We've
Kyiv.
and we can't talk about what he does. Very, very special hero there. But we're getting it finished. But our designer was conscripted. As quite a few of our team, our internal team that works. You know, the questions earlier about mobilization. It's happening. Liam Wakefield, member 2 months. So great to see so many familiar names. Yes, it is. We're a big family helping Ukraine. Nate W, member 4 months. Geroim Slava. Absolutely. Thank you for that. All right, guys, let's do it. I think I'm up to date on everything. Estelle, let me grab that one right quick. Thank you for that. $5 super chat. Gentle reminder, contact your senators and reps and express your support for Ukraine, especially now because of Trump. Completely agree with that. More than ever, the United States needs to see that we are 100% behind Ukraine, and not only the U.S., but wherever you're at in the world. Nunu, that is a great, as soon as I can get it up here. God bless our patch designer. Yes, right here, Nunu. Yes, our patch designer. Yeah, God bless him. But he's fighting. So patch is coming. Just got delayed. So, all right, here we go, guys. Let me get this ready. We'll call it, and we're going to spin the wheel. 193 of you wonderful people are in the drawing for the flag. 193 of you are in the drawing for the flag. Here we go. I'm going to come over here now. And then I'll bring this screen up for everybody to see. And for you as well, Zhenya. So we can go to this now. Right here. All right. So we're going to put these names in here. There's 193 of you in the drawing. There you are. Everybody listed it in there. Thank you for that. We're going to have one winner, doing it right here in front of you. We're going to do the wheel of names, max winner once, and we're going to go with a color theme. Zhenya will let you pick it. We can do love, sun-kissed nature. When one sounds good to you, Zhenya, you say yes. Coral reef.
Sun-kissed nature is okay.
All right, we're going sun-kissed nature. With the wheel, and there it is, the wheel. We're going to pick a winner at random, and we would say good luck. Everybody in the chat saying good luck. I already seeing it. Good luck to all. Good luck to all. Good luck to all. Here we go, guys. Back to random. Name picker. 193 of you. Good luck. You must be present to win. Moderators, please. I'll put a clock on it within a couple of minutes. You guys let me know if they're in here. If not, we'll spin again. We'll spin again. Here we go. Boop. Spinning, spinning, spinning. And boom. The winner today is Maggie Go. Maggie Go. Are you in the chat? Maggie Go. Let me get back here. So, mods, if you can help me with that. Maggie Go. Look at there. She's here. Right there. Boom. Thank you for the monthly membership. Maggie Go is in the house. Maggie, I just need you to say hello again. And I know you're here because you just put that chat here. So I'm going to consider you as here. Congrats, Maggie. Say hello, Maggie. But she's here. As soon as... Come on, Maggie. Come on, Maggie. She's here because that chat came in when the wheel was spinning. So Maggie is here. Well done, Maggie. Guys, we have more flags we will be giving away. And she had just said thank you for the membership. Do we have confirmation? Let me see here. Yes. Do we got it? She's here. Thank you, Adam Rounds. Okay, guys. Maggie Gao, congratulations to you. Zhenya, you want to give her a congratulations?
No, congratulations. It's a good flag.
It's incredible.
A real flag. And with a lot of stories behind.
Maggie Go. Yeah, she's here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Maggie, I will be sending you an email immediately following the stream. Please respond with your preferred name and mailing address, and it will go out into the mail to you on Monday. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well, Jania, you got any final comments? I can see here we're still under air alarm. So Shaheeds are flying around, of course. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, guys, are you still here? All right, don't leave. Don't leave. Everybody stay here because you need to see this. What a dummy. What a big dummy. Not Jania, me. Daggone it. All right, for those, and there's still, all of you are still here. So let's do this right now. Jania, we have more media coming on this. But let's just give a little preview. How about this?
Okay.
What we got here?
3rd Assault Brigade. And it's when we will show this video, you will see how guys are happy sitting inside of that snatch, playing with playing and being happy and giving a thanks. And okay, if it's real preview, then it's real preview. And give me a couple seconds.
Okay.
And
we'll go. I'm gonna go you big screen here when you. Here we go.
We are combat medics of the 3rd Assault Brigade. We thank the people of Britain for the medical evacuation.
Okay, that's it.
That's enough. That's the preview.
That's
all right.
It's a preview. One more preview.
Hold it. Okay. There we go. Hold it. You want to do that? Hold on. Now I'm just boom. Do it again. There.
Okay, minute.
Play it again.
I will give you more comments on that.
That's the snatch being driven on the front.
Okay, that's enough for preview.
That's enough of the preview there. We're teasing everybody. This is the stuff to come that you would have already seen now, but Jania's son had to go and break his leg. So there is Commander Andrew and a snatch behind him, 3rd Assault Brigade. Here is Jania up on the roof of a snatch.
Yeah, helping guys to fix antennas before, that's it. Next.
There's my man.
Yeah, Vitaly. He helped us a lot to one of the guys on the Zaporizhia area to fix their vehicle, like the snatch a bit. And yeah, that's it.
You can see the snatch behind him. Guys, you're going to be seeing all of this. Here is Jania eating. There's some
the feast guys prepared for us. Shish kebab, everything. They were expecting for us because we're helping them with the snatch. And they prepared all of that, and it was so good to stay with them.
There's some of our team members on the left that worked with Jania and myself in all of this stuff and work with you guys. These are your hands on the front right here, these fellows sitting around that table. Over on the right is, of course, our key connection there, Vitaly, and part of the team members there. You're talking about some serious heroes somewhere on the Southern Front, and we'll leave that there. Let's do this here. There's Jania.
Them.
That's them.
Okay.
How can you not support those guys? Forget Jania, but look at those two and that puppy. How can you not support that? So thank you. Here we are with the 67th.
And it's Pete's team, Pete's brigade.
Yes, it is.
And as you remember, we delivered the snatch without the winch installed. And we got back as we promised and fulfilled. And our guys I brought, they installed it. And you have the picture after that.
Yes.
Of that snatch.
Look down to the right. You can see the world stands with Ukraine. And behind that is Pete's picture. There's another one. Look at that winch on the front,
this one.
Guys. Woo!
This is the Pete's team. You remember that video without that?
It's fantastic.
And we installed a new front bumper as they wanted. And good.
Incredible.
And this exact vehicle, we bought the new tires.
Yeah, I drove that vehicle.
Yes, you did. And by the way, this one needed, by request of guys, a new bulletproof packs of the windshields, and it's 2024. It changed right there.
Look at those windshields, man. Whew, that thing is bad. I can't wait to get there and drive it again. Zhenya, how about that one?
54th Brigade with the
54th?
thanks brigade. And yeah, good guys, and they got their snatch.
They did. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Guys, I don't know. This has been fantastic. David L. Zhenya, are you at liberty to talk about what you did before this horrible war? Blessings to you and your family. Yes, he is at liberty. Zhenya, what's your background? I don't mind streaming a little longer. Maggie Go, by the way, you won the flag. I know you were delayed. I will email you. You don't have to email me. Just be looking for an email immediately after the stream. Yeah.
Too shortly.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the full ministry in the church, and I had a small. Then I was working with the kids, orphans, and the camps over 25 years. We have our own project, the other public organization. And I had some like a coffee place, the small one, and baking the waffles, the Belgian waffles, and
he
coffee
owned a
in the
waffle
other
shop.
Yeah, that's it.
He also listen. He's being very humble. President of a big social organization running kids camps. Also was a pastor of a church. Owned a waffle shop. Also was has a degree in medicine. He was going to be a gynecologist, I think, or some type of obstetrics or something. And then has a degree in social work or psychology, which is social work.
Yeah, social work.
Social work. So he's being very humble, but this is why, guys, we have the level of work we do because of Zhenya and his team. And we're very, very thankful to that. Now, I will give this one story just happening tonight a little while ago. Zhenya, you probably already have seen it. But just as we close out, be thankful for where you're at. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for how you can help others that are in dire need. I can tell you tonight that in Dnipro, 3 people have lost their lives, 2 kids and 1 adult. And it did not happen it did happen, honestly, as a result of this war, but it did not happen as a result of a missile or a shaheed. Unfortunately, Dnipro tonight in complete darkness with a power outage, and there were some people crossing a crosswalk. A car came through the intersection and struck those people, and no darkness, complete darkness, no light. And, they'll do the investigation. Was the car going too fast? All of this jazz, that'll all happen. And, but the reality is the city was just completely dark. And let me tell you something, when it's dark in Ukraine, it's dark. And unfortunately, 3 have lost their life. So just remember, this is what's happening. And yeah, for me, that's a result of this war, because street lights would have been on. The crossing lights would have been working. The stoplights would have been working. So, yeah.
You see this
let me go big screen for you. Go. There you go. Yes.
You see it?
Yeah.
And then a minute, and now you see it, and it's installed.
Yes.
And it's working. We got request from one of our friends, military, who is fighting. He said, Jenny, if it's possible, help our units with the new tires, winter tires, because our terrible situation is not easy. We cannot buy the new ones. So we shipped it out before we visited that. And they already put it on, and really thankful to all of you who helps. That's it.
And that's what we say, and that's where we'll leave it. Guys, when we first started in this war, we were struggling to buy a power bank that cost $20. And now we're dropping Calcivac vehicles and tires and winches and jammers and sugar cubes. And it's not because we'll just be there. But it's because of you. So for that, we say,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Zhenya, I'll
And
give
one
you the
more
last
thing.
word.
Sorry.
And yeah, go ahead.
Last word. All the snatches we changed. Every snatch has 4 batteries. On all 4, we changed 2 AGM, the very good high quality batteries, which using for anti-drone system and winches. We bought it and we installed it. And on 2, we changed 2 more batteries. So in total, we changed like 12, seems to me, new batteries. And guys are happy.
Thank you, guys. I did see a question in there. So did that car that struck those people not have its headlights on? I'm sure it did, but you need to understand the city of Dnipro. And this is kind of when it's interesting. You know, it's one thing to read a headline, but it's another thing to know from firsthand people. So Dnipro is a city built on hills and a lot of crazy intersections there. Zhenya and I have been lost inside Dnipro trying to find a parking space for an hour. Because of construction, damage from the war, roads, very curvy roads, very up and downhill, much like San Francisco. So it's not surprising for me with the power out, car can come over a hill and boom, headlights wouldn't have mattered. I don't know the intersection. Regardless, it's extremely, extremely dangerous. So thank you guys. The chat has charged me up. That's a great way to finish it. This chat has charged me up. Speaking of batteries, thank you for that, Astro Gremlin American. Zhenya, you get the last word, and I'm going to hit the button. Thank you, everybody, and congratulations again, Maggie. I will be sending you an email.
Thank you to every one of you. Thank you for your support, for your faithfulness. Thank you for being active, not ignoring, but being active. It helps us to live, to survive, to stay and continue going and fighting against of aggression. Thank you that you believing in the freedom. That you believe in the freedom.
Let's go ahead and give them the original outro you and I used to do. I know everybody would expect us to say something like Slava Ukraina.
Героям слава.
But we're not. Although we mean that. This is what we're going to say. To all a good night.
Good night to Good night to all.
And to all a good night. Later.
Слава Україні!